You're teaching you a system, and it's repetition that's going to cause you to actually implement the things that you've heard before that you're not currently doing. And some of the things that you're currently doing can be improved upon.
Anywhere from 3 to 10 ideas that I go home with. My top 3 are the ones I must implement before the next conference. I've been coming to these conferences and making quantum leaps when I started coming at least 3 times a year and seeing a difference in my business and seeing a difference in my career.
Gets me back on the rails and gets me back on track to implement the system.
It's a deadline for implementation. I learn something new every single time. So when I do miss an event, I almost feel as if I'm missing out.
We're going to bring you, myself, Craig Proctor, we're going to go right at this and make these 3 days full of generating an overflow of business and converting more of those prospects to lifetime customers. You have to work on your business to build this thing out.
The information is it's always at the cutting edge. So that's always bring me to a relevant point. I never miss a conference. And the second thing is the application, right? Because information without application leads to frustration. So the reason I'm using the conference as the milestone to apply.
Turn off your phone, pull out a notepad and really take notes and think about it. I mean, getting away from the normal day-to-day of your business is a way that you can actually focus. It's where the innovation takes place, by actually coming and focusing on working on your business. It's like combining 3 years of coaching into 3 days. And that's how my business has grown exponentially.
You're hearing things firsthand before the rest of the market even knows about them. It might take them 2 years to find out what you found out at the last conference, so you're ahead of the curve.
Todd and I, we had a mission with this. We want to create something that does not exist in real estate. And there is nothing else like this. Here's what's different about this than any other coach or mentor or guru, and there's a lot of them out there, by the way. Have you noticed in your news feed, have you noticed everyone's a coach? Have you also noticed how it doesn't seem to matter whether the person claiming to be the expert has any credibility or not? It doesn't seem to matter anymore. Anybody can spend $10 a day on a Facebook ad, proclaim they're a real estate coach or expert with very limited success at actually doing the things that they teach you. We have studied the marketplace to find out what our competition is doing and what they're not doing. And I really like the results that our members are getting compared to anything else that's available in the industry.
Where are you right now on having the life that you want, the marriage that you want? And if you're not a married person, just put relationships. The money that you want. How many of you have all the money that you want? The only way you can grow your real estate business is to have an overflow of it. There's no other option.
Every single event brings me back to really the basics and brings me back to all that we still have to implement. So every event we go to figure out what we're going to implement next, we set the goal for 2 to 3 things, and then those things are implemented by the next event. So if we don't come to the next event, our business doesn't grow.
As a coach, coming to the live events makes all the difference in the world. I can see the difference in the people I get to coach who have been to the conference and the ones who have not. My goal is set at simply 10 transactions more before the next conference from something I implemented from the conference. In my market, that equals $75,000.
You're going to get a year's worth, maybe even more, of coaching, and you're focused on doing one thing, making another quantum leap. You could add 100,000, maybe even more in GCI. I have friends that they're part of the system, they're not as engaged as us, and they're way behind.
Everything in life that you guys have done that has been the most successful for you have been the things that you're the most committed to. So you go all in. If you're gonna live, go do something big.
I've been now doing this for almost 30 years. So I've seen an awful lot come and go in this business. Certain principles that always remain exactly the same. And we want to get you guys grounded in those success principles, because as other things change, these principles remain the same. And that's why we have had members inside the Craig Proctor System for over 20 years who succeed despite what's happening with the marketplace. We are ahead of the curve, and our goal is always to be the head of the curve so we can teach you the latest and greatest strategies that are not theory, that are actually proven. They're being done by our top members.